Hello everybody, my name's Joji, and today I'm starting a new series called Add-on Deep Dive, where I'll be looking at all the add-ons for a certain killer and explain its origin, as well as link all the quotes that add-on descriptions may have. To start the series off, I'll be looking at the brand new killer Albert Wesker and all of his add-ons. Let's get into it. I also want to give a huge shout out to those who corrected my mistakes in the earlier versions of this video. First is the iridescent Uraboris vial. This is the item that Albert Wesker plans to release into the world. In the games, we'll hear him saying, Uraboris will be released into the atmosphere, ensuring global saturation. The quote we see in the add-on description is from this scene here.
The world will be infected. A new Genesis is at hand, and I will be the creator.
Next up is the lab photo. This add-on is probably referencing this photo right here. It's a photo of Albert Wesker and his lab crew. This quote can be heard here.
Only a handful of humans truly matter. Everyone else is just so much chaff. So now, I have to separate this chaff from the wheat.
Up next is the dark sunglasses. This is quite an obvious one, it's just Wesker's sunglasses. The ones that contain higher augmented reality that provide him an advantage on the battlefield. There really isn't that much to say about this one because it's just his glasses. Up next is a green herb. This one is a reference to the green herb healers that players can use to heal in nearly all the Resident Evil games, like this. Next is a helicopter stick. I believe this one is referencing the helicopter crash that we see happen in Resident Evil 1, as this one evidently ties closer to Albert Wesker rather than the Resident Evil 5 crash. Next is the Uraboris virus. This is an RNA virus in the progenitor family, engineered in the 21st century by, of course, Dr. Albert Wesker, as the ultimate eugenics tool. The next one is the golden egg. This add-on refers to the egg items that the players can obtain in Resident Evil 5, gold, white, brown, and rotten. They all have a chance of stunning the enemy when thrown at them. The eggs also provide us with this absolute meme of a voice line.
You will give me an egg! It was in your best interest to assist me.
The next one is the Maiden Medallion. This refers to one of the 3 medallions you need to obtain in Resident Evil 2 to unlock the underground area of the Raccoon City police station. Next is the portable safe. This add-on refers to the portable safe that you can obtain in Resident Evil. Each safe contained a pattern that you needed to decipher to obtain whatever was in the safe, like spare keys, etc. Next is a red herb. This was an item in the Resident Evil games that you could combine with the other coloured herbs to create a stronger healing device, which, unfortunately, I never figured out until after beating half of the games. Next is a video conference device. This item probably refers to the device that Ada Wong and Albert Wesker used to communicate while Ada was hunting after a certain species. Next up is the Bullhorn. I believe this add-on probably refers to the Bullhorn used by one of the infected leaders to call an attack upon Chris and Shiva at the start of Resident Evil 5. This is a clip. Next is a gold chalice. This is a treasure found in the trouble areas during the campaign of Resident Evil 5. This is a photo of the area you can find it in. Next is the leather gloves. This one is simply a reference to Albert Wesker's black leather gloves, which he wears in basically every appearance he makes. There isn't really much to say about this one, it's really just his gloves. Next is a Lion Medallion. This is the same as the Maiden Medallion, however I believe it's lower rarity due to the fact it's easy to obtain compared to the Maiden Medallion. Next we have the loose crank. I believe this one is the item that Chris and Shiva used to power bridges and such to progress through the campaign of Resident Evil 5, like this. Next is the Jewel Beetle. This is a collectible treasure found all throughout Resident Evil 5. I'm not quite sure why this add-on nerfs Albert Wesker in Dead by Daylight, especially since trying to get it puts you in danger half of the time. Next is the Rpd Shoulder Walkie. This one may just be referencing the walkies used by all RPD police officers in general, or it could be potentially referencing this one I found in Resident Evil 2. Next is the Unicorn Medallion. Like explained earlier, it's one of the 3 medallions found in Resident Evil 2 to unlock the underground layer of the Raccoon City police station. And finally we have the Uraboris Tendril. I believe this one is simply referencing the tendrils that cover the survivors when infected with the Uraboris virus, both in Dead by Daylight and in the Resident Evil games. And that is going to do it for this video. Let me know if you want to see any other killer done in this series. Consider subscribing, I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.